Howdy, hello, and welcome back. Today is another episode of Our Preferred Choice where Amber and I are going to be ranking our favorite wieners of Drag Race. So, as mentioned, today we are back for another episode of Our Preferred Choice, an official segment or series where Amber and I, joined by Amber Valentine here.
That's me.
Okay, Caillou. Amber and I rank something to do with Drag Race. This is our Drag Race related series where we do something related to Drag Race. We've done Our Preferred Queens. We've done In the Making Our Preferred Snatch Games. We've done Our Preferred Lip Syncs. We've done Our Preferred Drag Race. And now we're here to do Our Preferred Wieners.
Yeah.
So are you ready to kick it off?
Yeah. And it's almost the 4th of July, so it makes me want a hot dog
real bad. Before we get into it, of course, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on all of our socials at The Only Preferred.
And Amber_V_Valentine.
Stay tuned for all Our Preferred Choices coming soon to you.
Yeah.
Coming very, very soon.
Yeah.
But let's get into it with this list. So, of course, if you know, you know. We always start with the dislikes. We had 3 dislikes, 3 honorable mentions, and 10 of our preferred choices of whatever we're dealing with. And today, of course, we're dealing with wieners.
Yeah, and just a heads up, my dislikes are not because I dislike them. I just dislike that they
won. This ain't miscongeniality. We're not doing our favorite. Oh, that's a good one, miscongeniality. We should do that. Our preferred miscongeniality. Yeah. That would be sickening. So this is going to be any Drag Race. We're doing All-Stars, International, regular season. We decided to kind of let loose. Obviously, just because also if we had 16 or if we had 10, there would only be 6 that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a little too much.
Yeah.
So we just decided to do all. So we're going to start off, of course, with dislikes. My third dislike is a little controversial, especially between the both of us. It is Priyanka from Canada season 1.
Wow.
I don't know. She's a little too much for me sometimes.
Okay.
And also I don't like her fashion.
Number 3 dislike for me is Venus, Canada season 4.
Oops, no, I know where you put that one.
She definitely should not have won, personally.
I mean, I agree that she should not have won, but I do like her.
Next.
I genuinely love Venus's drag. I do not think she should have won her season. Denim should have. Anyway, so for my second one that I feel like is pretty easily agreeable on is from season 10, Aquaria. I mean, no one likes to twink with everything in their hands. Okay.
Coming in number 2 in the dislikes for me is UK vs. the World season 2, Tia Coffee.
Yeah. Honestly, I forgot all about. I should have put season 1. Anyway.
Love Tia.
Just the season.
Don't like Tia.
Oh. You don't agree with her just being a wiener, or?
Well, first off, she can't paint a face.
I would share similarities with that.
Wow.
Coming in my number 1 for dislikes is another controversial one, and I had to make something clear. My name is Buxy Andrews. No, I'm just kidding. It is from it's from a specific season, and that is from All-Star 7, Jinx Monsoon. Okay. I'm not gonna lie.
I can see that.
I would let season 5 slide. I did want Roxy to win personally because we love a good bully. That's a joke. We don't like bullies here. But on All-Star 7, no. You know, my least favorite is a queen where you can tell that they're going to win from the beginning.
Sasha Colby.
But I couldn't put her on the dislikes. That would be transphobic.
I couldn't put her on the dislikes because I still do like her. Yeah.
And also, Jinx is just kind of overall like too much for me sometimes.
I mean, at least we remember her name though. You know.
Anyway.
Coming in first for me in the dislike category is US season 11, Evie Adley.
Not gonna lie, I almost put her on there. Yeah. So what is it for you? Is it just the drag? What drag?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Evie's like heart, but Evie's more Dragula.
Yeah, and also...
And Brooklyn didn't win.
That's fair. Also, I don't know. I try to give her like some hope or some like something to lean onto for All-Star 7.
And then the judges even said she was boring.
Yeah, it wasn't there for me. But with those just like those icks out of the way, it's time to get into our top 10. Coming in my 10th place is honestly going to probably make you feel some type of way. It is from Canada Season 2, Miss Isis Couture.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I love her. I actually low-key gained a lot more respect from her on Canada versus the World. But, yeah. Okay. That's all I wanted Pythia to win.
Number 10 for me is US Season 10 Aquaria.
I don't know why she's on the list, but
I love Aquaria's aesthetic.
I don't know.
Aquaria just really surprised me, honestly. I didn't think she was going to win her season.
It was a little favoritism in mine. That's what I didn't really like about it.
Thanks.
Well, I mean, I don't like wieners that are, favoritized. Wieners that are favoritized usually carry mad diseases. Coming in my number 9 spot, staying in the country of Canada, is for season 3, Giselle Lullaby.
Okay.
Don't get it twisted. I love Giselle Lullaby, but when I was putting this list together, she just... I don't know.
So coming in 9th for me is US Season 12, Jada Essence Hall.
Okay.
I love Jada. I love
that sounds
Jada.
Very forced.
Huh?
That sounded very forced.
I love Jada. Jada's just so beautiful.
Yeah.
And which Jada's got one of those natural beauties.
She does.
So.
She glows beauty. Mm-hmm. If you know, you know.
I don't know if I would have necessarily placed her to win that season.
No, especially when it was a season where you did not think she was gonna win.
Yeah.
If that makes, you get those, it's very few, or very rare, especially these days, where someone's crowned and it's like, whoa, that person won? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Yeah, honestly. In my opinion, yeah. I really thought so many other people were going to snatch that crown, but
Brooklyn Heights.
She was just one of those. Coming in my number 8 spot, we're going back across the border, but this time to Holland. For Drag Race Holland Season 2, Vanessa Van Cartier.
I know who that is.
She's
However,
stunning.
I've never seen Holland.
And I knew her before from Miss Continental, where she had won Miss Continental, and she...
Excuse me.
You got the microphones now, girl. They pick up everything. But she had won Miss Continental, and her package for Miss Continental was everything. Mm-hmm. It was so incredibly good.
She's popped up on my Instagram. I've never seen Holland, or I have not seen Holland yet.
It's specifically the first season. And it's funny because I wanted to pick, because Holland has like it only has 2 wieners, but because she got, but the 2 wieners are like the best wieners.
All right, coming in my number 8 is from Canada versus the World, Season 1, Miss Raja O'Hara. Wow.
I know, I love her. I can't believe I forgot.
I love her. Yeah. I love Raja.
And
I love her specifically on Canada versus the World. Mm. I did love her on her other seasons.
Wow.
But
her 6, not season 11. Yeah. We didn't like her. I feel like it was very hard to like her character.
She was very like, to me, she was very like, Do Not Be Muse, kind of hidden in the back during season 11.
She was a...
Oh, maybe I hit her in the back. Just kidding.
She picked a fight with Plastique.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, not Plastique.
And she picked a fight with quite a few people. Evie, what was the anyways, but yeah. She was not the best on her season. But All-Star 6, she came back and blew it out of the waters. And then Canada really came back, and
the US really did.
I feel like we both wanted her to win from like the very beginning. With
her and or Silky, because Silky can compete. And season 2 of Canada vs. World has some, our US queens have some shoes to fill, because our US queens killed it. So
staying over the border for my number 7, this time in UK. I just realized so far all of mine on the list have been international. Wow. So my 7 comes from UK season 4, Miss Ginger Johnson.
Okay.
So towards the end of season 4 of UK's Drag Race, I really did want Michael Maruli. Michael Maruli. I love a good bald queen.
And Michael Maruli is
the baldest.
Yeah.
No, just kidding.
I don't know. Probably not balder than Bob the Drag Queen.
This is
Trixie and Cassia.
Trixie. Yeah, but she really was a jack of all trades, which is like one of my
Trixie
favorite.
Cassia literally right now.
I'm not bald. Michael Maruli was a jack of all trades, but ultimately Ginger Johnson, there's just something about her. She is like so good.
I support it. Yeah. I love Ginger. Coming in 7th for me is coincidentally US season 7. Violet Chachki.
Wow.
I love me some Violet Chachki. If anybody knows me, I love me some Violet Chachki.
Crazy.
And I kept the 7 with the 7.
You know what's crazy about that? Because coming to my number 6 is Violet Chachki US season 7. I love Violet.
I wish she would in the future, even though she never would come back.
No, she said she would.
Did she?
Yeah, she said in an interview that she would go back.
Okay.
Which kind of gagged
one.
me.
At least one.
She said she wasn't asked to though.
I mean,
which brings me to my what about her? She's a
yeah.
I think the main reason I put her on the list was because she really deserved to win her season. I was kind of shocked she won her season. I thought Ginger Minj was going to win season 7. Genuinely. What? You don't think so? Yeah, I did. She was only in the bottom once.
Coming in 6th for me is the one and only mother herself from All Stars of season 1, Chad Michaels.
That makes sense for you.
Yeah. Which I loved her on both her seasons. They definitely robbed her on her original season.
1000%.
And then they definitely gave it back to her on All Stars 1.
I almost put Chad, but I had issues because I think she was rightfully the winner of season 4.
Yeah.
But I didn't put her because she won All Stars, and I feel like Raven was the rightful winner of All Stars.
No.
That's the only reason I didn't put it. But we've had this conversation. If Chad wasn't on there, and Chad shouldn't have been on there because Chad should have won season 4.
Well, that's not
We've had this conversation.
That's RuPaul's fault.
It is. For wanting to call a weirdo racist.
Yeah.
Coming in 5th for me is season 12, Miss Jada Essence Hall.
Oh, wow.
We've already talked about her. I ranked her pretty high. I think a lot of it was because whenever she kind of changed my mind on winners for me. Whenever her season was airing and, the whole pie of cherry blossoms was happening, I genuinely was like, okay, they're gonna give it to Gigi. Rewatching it, I was like, she definitely deserved it. Mm-hmm. She has incredible drag. She produced 98% of her drag on that season. She 1000% deserved it.
I mean, really, all 3 of the top 3 did.
Yeah, it was the fact of that because of screening and they were giving more people screen time, she kind of just slid under the radar. But go back and rewatch season 12. Jada is genuinely 1000% the true winner.
Which is funny because a couple months ago we were talking about how you actually found an Easter egg on the promo video of someone grabbing the crown, and you noticed the only one that actually physically grabbed it and took it was Jada's hands. Jada. Coming in 5th for me, I am finally jumping around from the US all the way to UK.
Okay.
Season 1, the Vivienne. The Vivienne.
One of those wieners that from the beginning and it kind of just disappoints.
Yeah, but I love the Vivienne. Vivienne is
she
daddy
is
out of drag.
You said what?
Daddy out of drag.
Ew. She's very good at drag though.
Yeah, she is. She's
and honestly,
and she's hilarious.
I remember wanting her to win whenever her season was coming out, but kind of just being like, yeah, she's gonna win. And I actually remember specifically I had watched the finale on my laptop during college. And I remember she won and I literally just closed the laptop. Just another one of those cases of knew the winner before. It just kind of takes away from it in my opinion.
I would say Comeback All-Star 7 though. She slayed All-Star 7.
She did slay.
And
except for
hilarious.
When she tried to do the whole water trick and then slipped and slayed. Anyway, staying across the border though, but this time a little bit southern, we have Down Under.
Wow, I'm impressed.
But are you ready?
I'm impressed.
Season 2, the only good winner, Spanky Jackson.
Okay, I support that. Yeah.
I mean, when it comes to polishedness, no, but I think that's why I love her so much, because they finally crowned a busted drag queen to be a winner. What other was Bob?
You're next.
But another thing, like, if you like really put it down, and I know you watched Down Under season 2. Becky Jackson has talent. She doesn't have the best drag, but she really has what it takes to be a winner of Drag Race, which is charisma. But yeah, I love Spanky Jackson. She's truly like the only reason I watched that season.
She's definitely a good spank.
Yeah,
that's for sure. And number 4 for me is all the way from Canada's Drag Race, season 1, Priyanka. Priyanka is just, her spirit is everything. She is so beautiful. She's so sweet, so nice. She's a little too, but I don't know. I think she means well, and some people, and specifically just underrate queens that are actually pretty cool. So
I don't know.
Not gonna name no names or anything.
I feel like she's a little bit more polished now, but she struggles with her like makeup still, in my opinion. But on her season,
not like Tia Coffee.
I never put Tia Coffee on this list.
I did,
but not in the good ones. But on her season, though, she was very unpolished, and even like Rita Baga was more polished than her, which is a stretch.
Yeah.
But even Rita Baga was like, she deserved the crown, and Rita Baga was not my pick to win. I wanted Scarlett Bobo to win at that point because they were all very busty, crusty, and dusty.
Yeah.
But with all of those in, it is now time for our honorable mention.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get into the ones that we picked together.
Yeah.
This we unanimously.
Yeah.
Is that the correct word?
Yeah.
Pick them mainly just because we wanted to make sure that they weren't ones that we already had on the list.
Yeah.
So I'm going to let you start with the third one.
So coming in number 3 for honorable mentions. And the crowd goes wild.
And that stink ass bro.
Wow. From All Stars 6, Miss Kylie Love.
Yeah. So previously known as Sonique from season 3. I loved, see what it is there? To see this queen back on RTV and whenever she was announced to be on All Star 6. Coming in our number 2 for honorable mention is from season 13, Miss Simone Saulnier. So this is just specifically one of those winners that from the beginning could win. Yeah. Or you could tell that was going to win. I think main reason she did not end up on my list just was specifically because of that. And really, when you put it down to the competition, Simone did not do good in the competition at all. Like, even with her high placements, she really, half of them, no tea, no shade. So many other people deserved over her. But that's just me speaking. Ultimately, why she was in honorable mentions, though, is because it's Simone. Look at her.
I mean, she's beautiful.
She is literally a goddess on this earth.
Literally.
And in my opinion, doesn't need Drag Race, but that's just me. She's a lot bigger than Drag Race.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Coming in for our number 1 spot is from season 16,
Nymphia Wind. Oh. Wait, hold on. Time out. Pause.
So I had to put Saphira because she was robbed of the crown. And obviously, to counteract, you put Nymphia because you feel as if she deserves the crown for some godforsaken
There's
reason.
a reason why she won it.
So getting into our top 3, my number 3 spot is the one, the only, Bianca Del Rio from season 6. I feel like this is, when everyone thinks about their favorite winner, Bianca Del Rio.
I have a feeling I know, if not all 3, then at least 2 of your top 3, hers being 1.
I feel like you're going to be gagged over the second one. But before we get into her, what's your top 3?
My top 3 coming in 3rd place is the twinner herself from All Stars 4, Trinity the Tuck Taylor.
That makes sense. You look like you would like a scandalous and controversial winner. Coming in my number 2 spot, I feel like you're about to be gagged, is Monet Exchange from All Stars 4.
Oh, shit, that was the other one that I was going to guess that was on your list, if there was 2 at least.
I love Monet. I feel like Monet is kind of like one of those underrated queens. Like, not a lot of people, when they think of winners, they think she deserved it. And I think I'm just going to call out the chicken. What is it? The horse in the room? Cow in the room.
The elephant in the room.
Elephant in the room. Just gonna call it out.
Bambi's in the room.
Something. I feel like a lot of it's because they associate with her and her twinner, of course, Trinity the Taylor, and they feel
Trinity the Taylor.
Trinity the Tuck Taylor, and a lot of them feel as if Trinity deserved it over her. In my opinion, I kind of, whenever it happened, I was like, Trinity, I thought was the winner from day one, the picked winner. So whenever I saw Monet, I was like, she's kind of the one who I started rooting to win, besides Latrice, of course, but we won't get into that. Right. And so whenever she was in the top 4, I was like, yes.
So coming in my number 2, jumping all the way to UK versus, nope, just kidding. UK, Drag Race UK.
Season 2.
Season 3 is Crystal Versace. You should have known that.
Yeah, and I did for the most part. Like, I don't know. I don't really like Crystal.
I love Crystal. First off, face beat.
I will
fashion
say,
head to toe.
One thing that, like,
sass in check.
I don't know if I like the sass, but one thing that gets me about her, it's gonna sound weird, but I find so, like, amusing and interesting, is how huge of a sex appeal that she comes off. Like, she's just like walking sex. But at the time of her filming, she was a virgin. To me, that's like, I mean, she openly talked about it. To me, that was like incredible. Like putting, I don't want to say put your insecurities, but taking your drag persona and making it like the complete opposite of you. I love when people do that, and I think that was like a form of that, you know what I mean, that I really enjoyed about Crystal. She can also really perform, but when it comes to her drag, it's just kind of, I don't know. Are you ready for our number 1?
I'm ready for our number 1.
I feel like this is like not even a question.
Do you think you know mine?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see. Go on.
So my number 1 from All Stars 3, of course, Trixie Mattel.
I knew your top 3.
the thing that I tell people the most, why I love Trixie Mattel the most, is her success story. She literally took, because she was a winner before All Stars 3, in my opinion.
But also someone who shouldn't have won All Stars 3.
Whatever.
But it was given to her.
She literally took her horrible, horrible run on season 7 and just skyrocketed with it. She went off, it did that became so successful.
Even though she lost every lip sync.
Who's your number 1 wiener?
My number 1 wiener is, drumroll please, all the way from Canada, season 2, Isis Couture. Isis Couture.
I feel like her drag has grown so much, and that's what I'm so.
But her drag was already grown by the time she came to Canada season.
Exactly. But make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure, like I said, comment what you would like to see us do next. Whether it's Snatch Games, Runner-Ups, Lip Syncs Part 2, you never know. We have a bunch on the list, but to be honest, we keep knocking a bunch out because we get like a random last minute idea and we're like, ooh, that sounds a little bit better.
It's we're dead set on something and then we're like, but wait a second.
Yeah. But make sure to subscribe at The Only Preferred on YouTube, the preferred channel, to see what we do next.
Yeah.
Make sure to follow all of my socials at The Only Preferred as well for brand new looks, content, and more things to come.
Yeah, and you can follow me on all my socials at Amber_V_Valentine on all the socials. Yeah. Every single platform.
Till then, stay queer, stay preferred, and stay a big, fat, juicy wiener.
Hey, kitty girl.